cutscene here. There we go. Good to go. Good to go. And we are live. Yay. Alright, pets, we are back with Legend of Dragoon. Let me boot up our game real quick. And we'll be good to go. Alright, so, yes. Grab all the meat hats. We should be getting ready to go to the castle. Right, so we do have Kongol's Dragoon Spirit. So we're missing 2 Dragoon Spirits. We're missing the Silver Spirit, and we're missing Mirror Spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think there's 8 total. So we're missing 2 spirits now. That's not bad. Alright, now we can go in here. And we should be good to go. If I can get my controller cord to behave itself tonight. Be good. Hey, Leafer. Need up to info. Is it still saying something stupid? I swear I hate this damn thing. It just does whatever it feels like doing. I swear. I change it when I go live, and then it just reboots. It just changes to something else. Sometimes the name takes, sometimes the game takes, sometimes they both take. Sometimes neither takes. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We'll make it. How are you tonight? Oh, I also fixed my bot. I'm back to having a bot in the channel, so at least the lurk command works. It seems to be a ceremony for the Princess Emily's coming of age ceremony. Ooh, bad. Health-wise, a bit of allergies, so I'm probably sounding a lot froggier than normal. Unfortunately. But then again, I always sound like a little bit of a frog. It's the hazards of being a dragon, you know. We tend to do that. And when we sneeze, oof, we gotta sneeze into a bucket. Because otherwise the projectiles are nasty. Especially those of us of the, when I chew, it tends to explode. So I have to be careful. Yes. Amethyst dragons, when they, our breath weapon is a exploding grenade, basically. Yeah. So when we sneeze, we could spit out tiny grenades. Like little fireworks going all over the place. It's not pretty in the cave, no. I have to be careful. I have a hole that I spit down. It's been digging for all week, so yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah. Gotta go stop the ceremony, be up the princess. Doesn't that necessarily mean Moondagger has already been passed on. Let's go. When you have choice of breath weapon, you don't have choice of your breath attack. I mean, some people like the fire attack, some people like the acid spit. You know, some people are happy with, you know, making a cube of rolling sand. In my case, amethyst dragons tend to have exploding spatoodles. Bad people coming in without permission. Just kidding, I excuse you because today is such a happy day. When did it start? Yes, a moment ago. But just asking if you had an invitation. It's packed. You can fit a penny in. Yeah. Had a lot of hanger-ons. So there's many new faces I've never seen before, according to the rumor. They used to be bandits. Uh-oh. That's bad. Bad attitude, right? That's not good. We have bandits in the castle. Oh, this is gonna be a rough day. Don't tell you how it does. Yep, sure. This is gonna be a rough day. So yes, it's just dragon issues. Nothing significant, nothing weird. It's just life as a dragon. Yeah, it's better than my cousin who, you know, when he sneezes, he burns down a forest. So, there's that. He's a good old-fashioned red. I find that more disgusting than spitting little bombs everywhere. So how was your week? We talked a little bit yesterday about how is you doing today? Expect me to blow things up rather often. Busy with important ceremony, I just don't think I'm watching it. Yeah, okay, we're good. Can't you see our armor? We are authentic Knights of Tiberia. Is Princess Emily here? Oh, whoa, you can't go in there. This place is not for commoners like you, cause birthday, yeah, for our princess, yay. Killed a few bosses in Elden Ring, nice. Watched a movie with my wife, nice. It's a good time of day. I spent some time today playing, Tiny Tina's, not the new one, the previous expansion for Borderlands 2. Assault on Dragon Keep. I was playing that to figure, oh, this is an expansion. It won't be too long. I haven't played it before. I figure I'll play that before I play the new game. I spent all day in there and I don't know if I'm halfway through the game. I think because it's the standalone version, it's a lot harder. Because I don't have gear, equipment, levels, stats, you know, I don't have all the stuff you would normally have in the game. And it's, they leveled it nicely. I mean, it's comfortable to play. It's just awkward because you're not playing as endgame characters. You're playing it as a level 1, and it just makes it rough. It's horrible, but you know, it's still fun. And I did record. I'm recording the main story of the game. I'm not recording like all the side stories. I'm not talking on that recording, but I am recording the actual gameplay. So I'll probably patch it together at some point and put it up on YouTube for my run with some, you know, with some commentary thrown in occasionally. Maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Gonna make an enemy of Tiberia. Nope, we're not. Seems like bluffing is not working. Okay. Can you send a message to Lisa? Yes, the cute princess. She's not here, and it's a birthday for her own sister. Ah, see, I had a problem with this. A guard would not say sis. He would say sister. Because he would not be that close to the princesses. He seems sus. They are a little. They are a little. Because she's keeping herself cooped up in a room. Okay, well, let's go ahead and say hi to Sissy. Let's go say hi to Sissy. Okay. Okay. Well, I did not even have the choice to sneak. Okay. 2. Okay, the timing of this is total trash. I'll keep count, yeah. Huh. There we go. Now I have to put anybody to get to the top of the tower. See, it took me 3 tries to get past there. It's not too bad. What do you mean I go to Lisa? They wanted to go see Lisa, so I went to Lisa's tower. I went to the red tower. We went to the cute sister. I'm ready. Please, tell me the truth. Princess Emily attending the ceremony as a fake woman who was helping the bandits made a switch half a year ago. Star of Princess Lisa has shown the truth. God, it's impossible for my sister Emily to go such an attitude. Now there is my true sister. Seems she's confined somewhere in this castle. Confined somewhere in here. You know, she's a little yahtzee, but I still think she's the cuter sister. It was the last words of a dying man. We can trust him. It all started out at the same time of a horseback ride half a year ago by taking advantage of the confusion. A mysterious woman switched herself with the Princess Emily and took over with Garnish Beds. It's an amazing plot. The finale was to be coming of age ceremony with the moon dagger being passed down, Princess Lisa said, we have to find Princess Emily or we cannot stop the ceremony. Is it possible to use astrology to find the princess? No. Not astrology. You know, people tracking magic maybe, but not astrology. Don't feel bad about being wrong. All the stars are refusing to tell their story as if a mist is covering them. Yeah, okay. So where's the dungeon? Let me come with you. When I'm with you, you may be able to avoid some trouble. See, now we're taking the cute sister with us. So we should be able to explore some of the castle without a problem. The most logical thing to do oops, Princess Lisa, yes. Get out of my way. We're supposed to be sick, Princess. Mr. Obey and rest in your room, otherwise we'll... Take him to the rooms. Okie dokie. So... she is not as free as we'd hoped. It's fine. See, now that guy has now stopped the other direction, so us here are supposed to take this door. No, guess not. Let's see. You're already feeling better. Shall I go in? We can't. Why is that? You're told that nobody, not even the Princess Lisa, can come in until the new dagger represent pastime. Okay, so let's go over here and take a save benefit. Because I expect we're gonna have some issues, okay? So we can't go into the underground passage there. We can't go into that one there. So that only leaves 3 directions. Okay, so... that room's off limits. And... I guess that means we're going up the tower to the other princess's bedroom. Let's just sneak past this one. And past a couple of ninnies. I don't know how I'm supposed to get past these 2 idiots. Go to the Chamber of the Sun. Are you feeling? Yes. Yeah, it's just learning the timings. That first one's the hard one because you have 2 going in opposite directions at different times. Can I come in? It's far away from the bottom of the tower. Screams will be heard down there. Why don't we settle this here? Shall we go in? Little sister is in the castle. She must be somewhere in this room. That's funny. Nobody will hear you scream up here. And honestly, they wouldn't. You're talking probably 75 to 150 feet in the air. That makes this room even more suspicious. We might find something here. I found the princess. Congo, go outside and watch. Congo's too big for this room. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna wait with Congo. I'm going to. There may be too many people in this room. But it's a party of 3 outside. You know, I'm with you and Rose on that one. That's my thought. That's probably the painting. This is a portrait of the princess. Because it's the only thing of value that's not looted. Okay. Teleportation magic. There's nobody here. Took the whole room. Oh, wow. A mirror world. Where are we? What on earth has happened? It seems a magic space was created in the painting. Yeah. Dart, where are you? Huh? Oh, we're in the painting. They must be talking about this. Don't touch the painting, it seems to be linked to another world over here. I got it. Well, at least they can hear us, which means it is a two-way portal. Probably so that the imposter could interrogate Emily more. Let's see the princess's Emily. It is linked with a different dimension. It's not too dangerous to jump over. She's right in front of us. How can we? We're Dragoons. Look. It's got a button. And the princess, I mean Rose. Princess Emily is cute. Rose is definitely cute. Hey, all the girls are cute. But I still go with either Lisa or Shauna. That we've of the characters we run into so far are the cuter characters. I know you're in love with Rose, and I can't blame you for that because she is pretty cute. Of the girls. Wake up. I can't wake her. Let me do it. What's going to happen? Kiss her. Kiss her. That's the thing. Of the characters so far, I think you should kiss her and wake her up that way. Ah, you've been sleeping for the last 6 months since we went for a horseback ride. Half a year. Yeah, welcome to Palms. I was sleeping half a year since the horseback ride? Yeah. Hello, wake up. No time for you to be, Yes, what about the moon dagger? They should get married and make... Well, they gotta save the world first. Then they can make babies. That's what I think about the moon dagger. Uh-huh. That's about to be passed over to the wrong person. Can you explain that to me with this other person and you? Okay. Give us 5 minutes. It seems I've troubled you a lot due to my absence. Let us go to the Chamber of the Sun and we will let you know the truth. Yay! Now no one's gonna get in our way. With Emily in tow. All the guards are back off. Even the road can wait. What's a few centuries, a few dead people? Back off. Thank you for your work. Can I rite ceremony is still being held in the Chamber of the Sun, is it not? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Got in my way. Bye. No, there is no comparison with the fake one. Hey, there's no time for this. Our plan is not working anymore. We gotta run. Oh, they changed the guards out for bandits. It's actually rather clever, if you think about it. The fake princess comes in, and over the 6-month period, you slowly get rid of all the people that know who the real princess is. Oh, I expect to. I probably should have saved just a second ago. Shall we go in? Can I get 2 seconds? Yeah. Give me 2 seconds to go save real quick. No, I knew it was gonna be a battle. That's not surprising. The question is, do I want to keep who I have? And I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna change out Congo for Rose, only because she's more. I think she does more damage, so. Nope. Hope you die, Shauna. I am not taking Shauna with me. Oh my goodness. That is not happening. She doesn't even get additions. If she at least got additions, she might be useful. You've filled the 20 years of experience since you came into this world. You have reached the age that deserves the succession of the moon dagger to an heir of the throne. Never forget the blessings of the sun and stars and moon. Yeah, da 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 da. I know anybody here has any objections? Yeah, I do. Assuming the silence to be an approval. No, no silence. I have an objection. Oh my god, there's 2 allies. Well, duh. What's going on here? Imposter? And, yep. Now see, that would be the ultimate challenge run in this game. You have to have Shauna in your party the whole game. Can't take her out. Except for the cases where you can't have her at all. Because she's not in the party. That would be a crazy challenge run. No, because I actually want to beat the game reasonably quick and enjoy the run. Now, if this game had a New Game Plus, I would totally do it on the New Game Plus. Oh, I guess I can't run into this stuffy dress. This will be a trait. Let me show you my face off. She's probably ugly as all. Told you. Linus. Surprised, huh? This is my true self, Miss Linus. Please leave the room with the king and Lisa, and we will deal with this problem. Papa, give us the moon dagger. Yeah, give up. A girl in love doesn't know the meaning of the words give up. I managed to get this for my love, da da da. Time to die. And well, you know, she might actually be cuter. Okay. Yeah. Let's just see what she does. What do we do for damage with this one? And how much damage she does. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's a whole lot of damage. That's a whole lot of damage. That's a crazy amount of damage. Oops, missed. Missed for more and more. Alright. So she has some serious magic skills. Well, we're gonna lose Haskell. We are so gonna lose Haskell. Cause she's getting, what, 3 attacks to R1? How are you supposed to fight that? I mean, seriously, how are you supposed to fight that? Rose didn't even get an attack. This is the first unfair fight in the whole game. It really is. It's the first fight that's actually truly unfair. Where's my revives? Well, apparently I might as well just restart, because I'm gonna have to redo all that, because I can't leave the castle. And I don't have the right items. I don't even have revives on me. That's our first wipe that I can think of in the whole game. Alright, so we're just gonna have to go back to the overworld map. Replace him with her. Don't don't use Haskell? Okay, I can do that. Let's put Albert in for the time being. So why do you say don't use Haskell? Is he just not effective? Or just... Honestly, what? I need people with high speed. Oh yeah, he was taking some serious damage. He was taking like 500 a round. That was some pretty serious stuff. I'd use Maru if she actually had her Dragoon spirit. I'd use her and Rose, since they're both pretty quick. But go to the Barons. Unfortunately, I don't think that Albert's gonna be much better, because he's fairly weak. He's always getting his butt whipped by people, so I don't know if he's getting much better. Congo might be the best choice, but he's slow. He has a lot of damage, but his reactions are pretty slow. It's one of those cases I wish I had Final Fantasy haste spells. You know, haste spells or slow spells. That would be so much better. That'd be so nice, but we don't have those, so we have to kind of go with what we've got. Not yet. I think about Haskell, I was already thinking that, because he was taking some serious damage. So, but what I'm doing is I'm going to go up to the town up north and browse their shop real quick. And I'll browse the town when I get back in town. I'll do some shopping if I can. But if nothing else, I have to get, angel tears or whatever that is. I also won't text in here while there's important fighting. Honestly, it doesn't affect that much. I mean, this game, because it's turn-based, it's not that bad. Now, if I was playing Spyro like it was yesterday, or if I was playing like Borderlands or something like that, that's, you know, real time, that'd be a little different. What's that over there? That's the church. There's a shop in here somewhere. That's the end. Just remembering where the silly shop is. I know it's here somewhere. Lose focus and accidentally put shot in the... Oh! That's what you're worried about? Worried about me putting shot in the party? There's no fear of that. I could probably be drunk and not do that one. I thought there was a shop in this town. Should we destroy it in one shot? Yeah, I wish. Not this guy. I know I'm looking for... I know there's a shop in this town. Jeez. It's like, I know there's a shop in this town. What the heck is it? Okay, so... everyone's got on gear. Let's make sure we got everything geared up here. Alright, so we need Angel's Prayers. That's what we need. Bunch of Angel Prayers. We don't need Sun Remedies. The moon ones are fine. I do have one speed up though. Rave Twister. Wind attack. I don't think that would... I don't know if wind attack would be effective against her. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there are some bosses in the game that Shauna would do a significantly more damage than other characters. But if that's the case, you'd think it would show up on like the strategy guides, and it doesn't. And she did decent damage against the snake, but I mean, honestly, she doesn't do... Their damage output is not that high. Everybody else outstrips her damage-wise because she doesn't get additions. But the only time she does that is through cutscene. I know, but it's I mean, obviously in cutscene they'll do that. But outside of cutscenes, when you're talking about generic fighting, her character is so weak. It's really bad. And for that particular fight, we're gonna need to go in with everybody maxed out and ready to roll. So that I can drop a special transform in that first round. So I think we're gonna be able to do. That way everybody's got the best defense possible in their Dragoon forms. And you can just go to town with that. But that's about it. It's about all the strategy I've got. I'm gonna use the special dragon mode. So I'm using the 3 of them because they've got the best dragon modes. Well, I was already planning to go that way, so... Aside from Rose, who of the 3 of them does the most damage, so she's the one that's gonna kick off the special dragon mode, so she can get max damage. The only question is physical or magic, and I'm thinking magic. I can let the boys use their magic. And go from there. It's always 2. It's like a multiple choice test. It's always C. The only answer that matters is C. Don't worry about the others. C is the answer. Doesn't matter if there's 3 choices or 15 choices, it's always C. And when it's not C, it's A. Or B. Or occasionally D. It all depends. Alright, so the other thing we need to do now is just heal up. Then you failed. I didn't fail. I passed that test. Third try. But I passed it. It's this thing you call English. It's really hard to read. We dragons can't read English very well. We can speak it up. I use translator. What am I talking about? I'll say we can speak it okay sometimes, but me, I use translator. I can't say much. So me fail test. Boy. We have all our magic though, that's a good sign. So I think we're gonna start that way. Now that we have a slightly more efficient party. Everybody's healed up good. That almost hurt. We'll get there. Anyway, so... that was good. In any case... I wanted to do more than just this particular castle fight tonight, but I wasn't expecting this castle fight to, how should we say, be such a pest. Alright, so let's go ahead and save in position 1. Don't be scared. I'm not scared. If I die again, I'll probably be annoyed. But that's about it. Because this is a... She's quick. I can't just skip this, can I? No, I'm not. No, now that's a different story. I can't... What game was it? There was a game with a stealth mechanic like this one that was really annoying. And in one of the dungeons, you had to use that stealth mechanic. The number of times you got caught actually determined the difficulty of the fight. So if you got caught 0 times, it was easier than if you got caught like 50. Or the other way around, I forget. I think it's the more times you got caught, the easier the fight was. I can't remember what game that was. The number of times you got caught actually affected the difficulty of the fight. So it was in your favor to either do it flawless or to fail a bunch of times. I can't remember which. But yeah, there was a game that was like that. Alright, so let's save on 2. There we go. You like that was Metal Gear 3. And I haven't played Metal Gear 3, so I know it wasn't that. Though that game may have the similar mechanic. I thought about playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I do have that on the shelf. But if you killed a lot of people, you would walk for a long time. Oh, that's funny. Alright, so let's see if... Oh, we got lucky. In the door. But if you're a stealth, you could get to the boss super fast. Yeah, there's a lot of games like that. There's spots in, what is it? Dishonored. That in certain missions, if you did it in like perfect stealth, you could go through the mission in like 5 or 6 minutes. But if you sounded like one alarm, you were in for a 30-minute game. A 30-minute mission. Because the guards would double in that one mission if you sounded an alarm. So even doing stealth was a lot harder. But the only way you'd know that is if you actually played the game all the way through basically twice. Because the first time through the game you can't actually do stealth missions in Dishonored until about half, 3/4 way through the game. Before you have all the equipment you need to be able to do proper 100% stealth missions. And then you have to go back to the beginning of the game and do it all again. But out of that game, there's at least one mission that's like that. But I'm trying to think. There aren't too many games that do either the casual stealth mechanic like this game has in it is relatively common. Everybody says that the original Metal Gear is the grandfather of stealth genre, and I don't know if that's true or not, because I seem to remember having, you know, stealth in games before that. Not necessarily a full-blown stealth-only game. So, like, the way Metal Gear is, where it's, like, really stealth-only. And, well, that's the thing, because Metal Gear really wasn't a shooter game. It was designed as a stealth game. It became a shooter game later, when the systems became more efficient. Because the original Metal Gear game, the reason it wasn't a shooter game was what they wanted. I think it might be the grandpappy, you know, the grandfather of the dedicated stealth genre. I think the dedicated stealth genre it might actually be the grandfather of. But when it comes to stealth in games, there's a lot of games before that had stealth mechanics like this, where it was a small section, or it was a position, or whatever. Because even, well, Legends of the really didn't have any, but you figure in stealth type mechanics, I could say Lolo is one of the oldest games that I can think of that had stealth style mechanics. Because in that game you couldn't alert enemies at all. Yeah, Lolo. It was a puzzle game. You had a tower of, I think it was like 50 or 100 floors. One or the other, I can't remember. And each floor was its own puzzle. And you had different enemies that had different abilities. But you couldn't touch the enemies, you couldn't shoot the enemies, you couldn't do anything. If you don't mind asking, how young is your dragon streamer? You would place me in dragon years, I'm equivalently about 17 to 18 of your years. But in dragon years, it puts me about 65. But considering we live to be about 700 years old, really not that much. So somewhere between late high school and early college. By your years, give or take. I know people say, how old are you? Technically 65 of your years? Because, you know, dragons live forever. We don't leave our nests until we're like 30. That's like coming out WG. How are you doing tonight? I mean, we're basically toddlers until we're like 30 years old. think about it from that perspective, too. The reason I am blasting through text, if you don't already know, is I died in this boss once and had to go buy items and, come back into the dungeon. So, that's a thing. Yeah, that was a thing. So, we have to blast through all this text again. Oh, dude, I got obliterated. I didn't die, I got obliterated. The Dragon Age logic is 1 year, is like 10 human years, maybe? It depends. Dragons, depending on the species, some dragons live no longer than humans. So if you look at the younger lived dragon species, so the ones that would be classified as, from your D&D perspective, you would say like the whites, some species of black, and bronze, maybe a few coppers, maybe a few subspecies of copper, only live to be somewhere around 150 to 300 years old for their max age. Other species, like what you would consider your reds, your golds, and so on, they live to be 600-700 years old. Amethysts and some of the other crystal dragons, like myself, we live to be somewhere between 500 and 900 years old. Now, gold is one of the more longer lived. Black is not. Black is actually one of the younger ones. Red is a longer lived dragon. They live longer. And the really ancient ones, the ones that live really long, that are not immortal, they might live to be 2,000 years old. And the ones that live for, over 500-600 years, they tend to sleep. The reason they live so long is they hibernate. So like your bears, they eat a lot of food in the fall and they sleep all winter. Well, a dragon's winter could be 20-30 years long. For a really old dragon, it could be 60 to 80 years long. For one that's nearly immortal or is immortal, you could be talking hundreds of years in between waking cycles. And for the ones that are truly ancient, so you figure in your mythology, you have like the platinum dragon Bahamut, or you have Leviathan, or you have Tiamat from your mythologies. They might sleep for thousands of years or tens of thousands of years between waking cycles. But when they wake up, it's a total world catastrophe. And I totally blew this shit. Because I was talking and forgot to save it before the fight. I saved at the bottom of the stairs, but I forgot to save at the fight. Yeah, good luck. I'm gonna fail. I expect to fail. And the reason I expect to fail is because this girl is so fast. I mean, she was outstripping Rose, and Rose is quick. I mean, Rose is our fastest party member, and she was outstripping Rose 2-1. You gotta go as fast as the ATB timer. It's not like you can buff up before you go in. Well, I'm sure there's a trick to the fight. There's always a trick to this type of fight. But like I said, hold your tongue, no comments. No comments and tips until after I fail my second try. Because the first time I came in here and I just had the wrong party I had all kinds of issues. I did not want him. Oh well. I guess he's my loser. I misread my board. Oopsie. No, it has to do with the dragon jets on her back. You gotta take those out. And unfortunately, there's like no direct attack to that. Demon's Kid's not gonna do anything, I'm good. And I know it has to do with that, but it's... Since it's not targetable, that leaves two issues. Either A, you have to use an AoE, which I will with Rose next round, and see if that's effective at grounding her. I don't think he has an AoE. No, he's got an AoE. So let's try that. This is... Legend of Dragoon is one of the best RPGs that is not made by... has not seen the light of day since. A lot of the other really good RPGs has come back around. They either had remakes, they either had sequels, they had whatevers, and that was garbage. But this one hasn't. I know you're in love with Shauna, but still. This lady's speed is stupid. By today's standards, the story is a little cliche. But by the standards of its time, it's actually really good. But I'd say the story is a little cliche because everybody has stolen so much from this game since it was not followed up on. So there isn't a lot of stuff that people steal from like Final Fantasy games because people will recognize it. So they don't steal from Final Fantasy games. I tend not to do that. I tend not to steal from Mario because it gets noticed. But a game like this, or a game like Lunar, or some of the lesser JRPGs that never came to the West, there's hundreds of those. Those types of games that didn't have a big following back in the day, not long afterwards, they sucked a lot of material out of those games and stole it. because they knew nobody would notice. They weren't insanely popular. They weren't remade, so we don't see all the story elements and the gameplay elements coming back around again. So they just borrowed them and then chose not to create the game. It's a rather horrible thing. Okay, now we're gonna lose people. Yeah, we're gonna lose 2 people on this attack. Told ya. I said this girl gets off 2 or 3 attacks to R1. I don't really know how you're supposed to ground her ass and slow her down. No. No. I am losing my butt. But again, it's because she gets 3 hits to 1. I mean, Rose is our fastest party member, in and out of Dragoon, and this girl's getting 2 to 3 hits to her 1 attack. It's... shit, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to use items. This is the type of fight in a game that kills players. If you want to have players just stop playing your game, game developers add these types of fights. And they usually throw them about a third of the way into the game, or they throw them right at the end. Yeah, anytime the fight's rigged like this, it's intended to piss off the player base. It's meant for them to think and try and figure out how to play the game and fight the fight. But when they throw in mechanics like this that are completely contrary to anything you've dealt with before, and you have no way of knowing how to fight it, it tends to be an issue. Yeah, this is my 2nd death. I have a policy. 2 tries. Otherwise, if you want to cough up the answer, go for it. And I'm good with that. Yeah, the problem is, though, I screwed up and didn't save when I got, No, don't have faith. Don't have faith in me figuring it out. 2 reasons. 1, I've already made 2 stupid mistakes. 1, I wasn't prepared the first time I went in. 2, I didn't save my win the 2nd time. I had to redo the whole thing a 3rd time. So if you think I'm gonna pick up on it at this point, Don't. Don't even make that assumption. Because odds of me figuring it out are not very high. I might stumble upon it at some point, but actually figuring it out? Nope, not happening. You're not backseat playing. Backseat playing is where it's the first time in a dungeon and you go, oh, and you bladder out the whole story. That's backseat gaming. That's not fun. But when the streamer either A, says it's okay, B, asks for assistance, or C says go ahead in any way, shape, or form, that's that backseat play. That's being permitted to say it, and the streamer is either A, asking you to say it, or B, not gonna chastise you if you do, if they already know. The story of it, so everyone dies in the end. That's most games, though. Yeah, people don't realize how many times the main characters die at the end of some epic RPG. I mean, yeah, sure, sometimes some of them or most of them live happily ever after. Example, the Lunar games. Lunar 1 and 2. I don't know about 3 or 4. I haven't played them yet. But the two main Lunar games, the first two, in the end, the two main characters do survive. All of their friends do live, and they go on to live nice, happy lives. You have the right party, not just using them to the full extent of their abilities. Well, obviously, I'm failing. I know that. I also screwed up and had, King throw up the special. And it shouldn't be, it should be Rose. Oops. Rose heals Dart, just damage, and Albert mitigates. Well, I mean, why? Rose does 3 times the damage. I mean, Rose literally does twice to 3 times the damage that Albert does. I mean, he's the slowest character of the 3. He's the walking target. So he always needs healing. And you can't really heal fast enough. I mean, even Dart does more damage than he does. Rose? Rose is about level 3. Remember, I didn't overgrind anybody. So the only level 3 I have is Rose. Now, that is a problem, I admit. I mean, I completely admit that that's probably one of my issues, is I don't have everybody's Dragoon levels as high as they should be. Because at this point, the 3 of them should all be 3s or 4s. That comes from lack of just sitting there grinding. Because we never did that in this run. And to be honest, if we fail again miserably, it's gonna suck. What chapter of this game are you on? We're on disc 3. Sorry, disc 2. I think we're, what, about halfway through disc 2? Yeah, I think we're about halfway through disc 2. Yeah, half, 2/3. Somewhere on there. All the way through disc 2. Which puts us on, like, chapter 6 or 7. If they actually had chapter markers. Which they don't. Do they have chapter markers? I don't remember. Yeah, there's 4 discs, though. There's 4 CDs. Yeah, but I think, like, the chapters are, like, the really... Their chapters are like, hey, you're now on disc 2. Or you're now on disc 3. Type chapter markers. They're much bigger than chapter markers actually are. Okay, I'll check out as soon as I can get movement again. Let's see. It says chapter 2, Platinum Shadow. But in all reality, the chapters in this game, like I said, they're like way larger. It says chapter 2, it basically means we're on disc 2. Not actually what you would consider a chapter. Because chapter 1 was us rescuing Shauna and Levitz from Helena. Chapter 2 would have been our escape from Helena and trying to meet with the king. And then chapter 3 would have been the beginning of the war. And so on and so forth. Chapter 4 would have been after the Green Dragon fell and, you know, we went to the merchant town. And then chapter 5 would have been, you know, because those are what you consider chapters. And each disc has a certain number of those. So we're actually, like I said, we're probably somewhere around, you know, 10 or 12. Yeah, we're battling Venus. And I think we're underpowered. I think we're underleveled on this one. To be fair, I think we are. Which is the first time I can honestly say that I think we're underleveled in this game. There was one section where I knew we needed to level up a little bit. Just because the random monsters were a little tough. But in this one, I'm not so sure about this fight. This fight, you know, because it's so much harder than anything else. Or a Congo. See, the problem with Shauna is, if I was to use Shauna, it'd be a waste of time. Because 2 reasons. 1, Shauna is my lowest level character, because she's useless 99% of the time. And, I mean, she really is useless most of the time. This fight I can see where she might be useful, because she does have the healing dragon abilities. But to make that actually beneficial, it would be like 2 hours from now before I could even do the fight. Honestly, it would be next week, and I would have to grind. I'd have to sit there and grind Dragoon levels for everybody. And I've honestly thought about doing that anyway. But the only problem is with Congo, he's in the same boat. I have his spirit, but I haven't ground up his Dragoon level to at least 2. So, let's see. Everybody's D levels are all 1s, except for Haskell, who's useless in this fight. Yeah, we just did. Save. So, not having Dart play Healer Boy, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I can do Dart as healer because he's the mid on speed, and I have that haste scroll, so I could put the haste scroll on Dart so he can heal faster, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. Makes me wonder, because I do have on my hard drive, I do have a save that's disc 2 around level 20. And I wonder if it's this fight I stopped on. So now I'm kind of curious, as if it was this fight. After seeing how mind-numbingly stupid this fight is. So Dart's first. So let's go ahead and let Dart use the speed up on himself. And then Rose use special. Travel? Don't know. Maybe. And then let her do her thing on Linus. And then him. I wonder if his... I wonder if magic is better or not. So there's a question for you, Leafer. Is magic better or is physical better? What you think of that a second? Yeah, I was thinking about the Rose Storm. I was thinking about doing that on the second turn, but it might be a good idea to do it now. And get the defense up.
Rose Storm.
With Rainbow Breath, which we don't have. Or Moonlight, which... yeah. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Yeah, you looked up a guide. The problem with guides is they're not always accurate. I'm not saying the strategies in them don't work, because they often do. Well, unfortunately, that'd be fine if the others actually had good stats, which they don't. Oh, I'll show you the other attack. The one that's got decent stats is Rose at the moment. So, then I just screwed that up because I was just... There is no such thing as belief, dude. You have to remember. Belief only works when you're in a position you're already going to win. Believing you're going to win is from the position that you already know you're going to win. I have no illusion at all that I might lose my butt. And I'm okay with that. We're at least gonna do some decent damage this time around. And with Dart having the speed up, we might stand a chance. Assuming people survive. I bet you could drain her magic. So you could sort of slow her down or something. Makes me wish I had like 3 of those speed scrolls. That would be nice. Okay, so Albert needs to be on his defensive stance. Well, the only way to mitigate her speed is to speed up your characters. Unfortunately, you can't buy speed buffs. in this game. At least not at this point. There's nowhere to buy, like, the speed buffs. Otherwise, I would have bought 2 more. Dart. Rose is gonna heal in a minute. So I'm gonna do that.
Burning rush.
Which one was the defense? Astro Drain. Just remembering which one's which. I think it was like some health. Not enough though. Now, first one up's using a heal. I don't care who it is. Because odds are we're gonna die otherwise. The problem with this fight is you can't defend the whole way through. And you basically have to defend constantly. But you can't because you don't do any damage. It's really stupid. Like I said, this is one of those fights that was designed just to make players quit playing the game. And I don't think it's fair to players when developers set fights up like this. Well, I understand what you're saying, because it keeps their health higher. But you can't... Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's not. But it's just, they make these fights unfair with the intent of forcing players to quit in some way, shape, or form. Use the heal potion on yourself. That's why they do it. It's completely with the intent. But oh my god, he tends to take more damage. Of again, I don't really have that much in potions. I mean, I have potions, but I don't have a significant amount. That's why I've got Albert guarding, because he just sucks. Now, Rose, on the other hand, what do I have for items other than spell? Heals. Okay, that doesn't work on bosses. Let's see if this does any good. don't. But it's okay. Okay, so at least there's 2 light attacks this round. Now, items. Healing Breeze. This is one of those fights that I'm gonna wish I'd bought a lot more Healing Breezes on, I think. Okay, Rose, go ahead and attack. That was decent. I mean, I had 7 when I came in, but like I said, you can't. She does so much more damage than you can mitigate comfortably. You just can't mitigate this much damage every round and still do damage. Alright, LWD, have a good night. That's the problem, is you just... mitigating basically 1,000 points of damage every single turn. Is the problem. I mean, she's red, so she's probably gonna die soon. Dart might even be able to do it with his next attack, if we're lucky. Actually, that was good timing. Because that'll max everybody out for her next attack. It's not the mitigating. I understand what you're coming from. The problem is this attack right here, which is why I had him heal last round. Albert takes so much damage, and she does 300 to 500 damage on her heavy spells every single round. Because she hits that hard, I have no choice but to waste more time healing than I should. I'm not doing it. I have 2 people healing right now, trying to get past this fight. And I'm hoping we can make it. See, 2 attacks on him, he never had a chance to come up. Bye-bye. Thankfully, I have a Dragoon. And this should be, hopefully, enough to beat her out. That is assuming I can actually... Still, that last one, I'm a fraction of a second too late almost every time. Come on, Chicky Poo. Just die. Die. I believe I'm gonna run out of heals. I don't believe in that. Thankfully, she's using the ice attack, which doesn't do that much damage. I mean, it still hits like a freaking freight train, though. I have one healing breeze left. One angel's prayer. So let's do an angel's prayer on that. And then I'll use my last healing raise. And at this point, it's pretty much go for broke. Because I've got nothing left to heal with. Hopefully I can whittle her down before she obliterates us. I missed. That's all I can hope for. If I had a couple more heals, that's it, be in the bag. If I had three or four more heals. But I'll be happy if Albert survives this attack. I mean, it's just that bad. There we go. I knew it was gonna be close, but that last heal was in the air. Oh look, we have Final Burst magic spell. He made Dragoon level 3! Yay! Oh, I knew I'd make it eventually. It was just, I wasn't sure I was going to make it through that run without having to buy more items. And then doing it again. You're not bad, I guess. Give us the moon dagger. Ain't happening. She's going to go out that window into the water, find a boat, and run away. Kurt's is already dead. I don't care about that man from the beginning. Yep, there we go. You just want the dagger. So, what do you mean there's no escape? No way to escape, huh? Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, of course she's gonna go out the window. Duh, you were watching her fly throughout the whole fight. She's a wingly. That's species that dominated the bygone world. Yes. She's a survivor. Well, people of the magic who run across the sky with wings. She was here to take it back from humans. Well, I need to level everybody up, really. I've been neglecting all of the characters and then all their Dragoon levels, so yeah, I do need to do that. So probably what I'll do is, I did not spend my normal 2-hour stream on one fight. That sucks. Yeah. We're pursuing a man populated or by Seradio. Behind the scenes, my friend was killed. Ah, man. Same time, the moon gem, which belonged to Seradio, was taken away. I see a good place to level up. I'm not sure where to do that at this point. We have different reasons, however, we are all linked to that man. Yep. So the question is, at this point, next area is ready to level up. He said the moon gem was the legacy of the Winglies. Wasn't it? Yeah. Could you please tell us about the Moon Dagger? It was after the Dragon campaign, humans defeated the Winglies and built Serdio. Tibaroa and Millie Cesaro. They say the few surviving Winglies sent a divine object of the moon as proof of peace to 3 countries. That's all I know about the legend. We have the same legend in my country. What is dangerous is that we humans don't know what the divine moon object is for. You mean the Winnies know everything and formed this entire conspiracy? Of course they did. Father, we have to take the Moon Dagger back, yes? Before the stars that have beheld are lost in the shadow, yes. It seems the girl of the Winglies got away to Elisa Bay. Now it's time for an appearance by Commander Pooler. Some of the most powerful warship in Vera as the Queen Fury have Commodore Pooler Pursuer. Of course, you are more than welcome on the boat. I appreciate it, Your Majesty, yes. It was the first time I've seen a Wingly, but they seem to be beyond our power, so that we might need your help. Please take care of yourself, Oh, there's a kiss. There's a kissy there. They just blotted it out for us. For our timid little hearts. Only steel boat in this country can even Black Sea Dragons attacks. Alright, so you said the next section is a good place to level up. Alright. So let's save. On this side. Cave with water monsters. Okay. We do need to heal everybody before we can go anywhere. So dude, move. Yes, move your big old butt. Yes, do your thing. That should fix. Does that fix just mana or mana and health? Didn't do jack crap. I still don't understand the point of that particular thing. It doesn't do jack crap for you. It didn't restore my mana or my health. And you don't take stats effects outside of dungeons, so it's like, why? Most of the dungeons have had a spot where you could heal. You know, they've had like the rock fireflies or a healing pool or something. And that's been beneficial because we've been able to do some work on those areas. And that's useful. Big thing is we need to find the item shop so I can restock before I leave. Because I am completely out of healing items. Healing shop is... where's the healing shop? Where's the item shop again? Other side. It's over here. It's this one. I think. I believe it's this one over here. This is the jewelry store. When damaged by magic, SP is accumulated. When damaged by magic, MP. Oh yeah, this is the... Honestly, I think a couple of these emerald rings might be useful for grinding. I don't really have enough money for them. I'm thinking I might pick 3 up anyway. Once I, buy my items. Rob them? I don't think you can. I don't think you can mug the shopkeep. But I do want to make sure that everybody has the best possible gear. Alright, so now I see the item shop. Now there are games where you can fight the item keeper. And usually with disastrous consequences. Like, oh, I don't even remember. There's a couple of games where you can, like, fight the item keeper. And I expected that. But do that. After you get more items. I'm not worried about the next shop giving us more gear, because I'm gonna grind money anyway. But I am gonna buy that's 3, right? Oh crap, I just screwed that up. Did I just screw that up? I need emerald pens. Did I accidentally... get rid of, like, all these extra items that I don't need? Because all they are is taking up space. And no one needs this gear. Who needs to wear a bandana at this point? Or a felt hat? Or these capes? Well, okay, so aside from the aesthetic look, so there's the silver, there's a sapphire pen. And okay, I got 1 emerald and 1 sapphire. I did not want a sapphire pen. Whatever, okay, so... And I doubt I can scrape up enough to buy another one. So, sell ironed. Get rid of all these items, gear items. I don't need them. Still have a speed up in here. That's interesting. I used the speed up in the magic stone and they didn't go away. And I still have them. That's interesting. Okay, so anything in here that's not useful at all. I know, right? Because I only have like one of each. I'll take it and run though. Okay, so these bracelets are obviously useless. Get rid of those. Avoids instant death. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that I just don't need. Shauna. Well, you know, I can't get rid of Shauna. They won't let me sell her. Though, I can't argue against the desire to do so. I need 100. Really? I need 100. Okay. They won't let me sell her. I keep telling you that. Honestly, if I could sell her... If I could sell her Dragoon soul... No, I'll take it back. I'll keep the Dragoon spirit. I'll just sell her. She's not worth much. And that's the truth. She's not worth much at all. She's cute. She'd make a great wife. She can cook. We love this about her. But when it comes to fighting in this game, she's horrible. She's a horrible little princess that isn't worth much of anything other than the story elements. Yeah, that's about it too. Use her as a target. Unfortunately, the ones that are seem to be the targets in this game, they have nice high stats. I don't get it. Example, the king over there. He has one of the higher defense stats in the game. For both melee and physical. For both physical and magic. And yet, he takes some of the highest damage in the game. We don't know why. I understand if it's like typed, like if they do a type of damage that you're more prone to, you know. So like you use water and you're hitting a fire guy, you do more damage. You use fire on a fire guy, you're not getting much damage at all. No, actually, I like him. I like the Green Dragoon. Well, that's 11 an hour. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with the fact that his stats are the same, or similar, very similar, to Rose and Dart? Rose is poisoned. How'd that happen? Oh well, who cares? If you look at the stats on them, you figure 85, 83, 68. Her stats are higher. And, you know, his stats, same gear. Same basic gear. But significantly lower. You know, even when he has the same gear on, he has lower stats. I like him all the same. He's fine. He has good damage. He has really good damage. It's just... he takes so much more damage. Same with Haskell. He does fantastic damage. But he just takes so much damage. I mean, the sheer amount of damage they take is crazy. I mean, we do know that Rose has the highest stats of all the characters you get. I want to get that one ring first. Before I leave. Because I want to do is whoever's out front, I want to put these emerald rings on him. He's already got one. Maybe I don't need another one. Actually, I don't need another one. Because apparently Dart already has one. So I don't need another one. Okay, I can go to the next area. Congo has the highest max level. I wouldn't be surprised. So we first get to Feld out of Feld. Or boat. So I guess I have to go down to the port city. The port area. Which was down here. No? Yes. Ah, Fumar. I realized that I already had an emerald ring, so I don't have to buy one. So that's good. This way we can build our Dragoon energies faster. I was thinking about playing with Kongo as a main character. Oh, look. It's a good question. How are my additions doing? I don't know if anyone's due for a new one, so he's on Burning Rush. He's good. He's only about halfway through his additions. She's about halfway through more and more. He's working on those. He's almost done with Harpoon. He's got another, what? 12 attacks. Before he maxes. And everybody else is still working on it. No entry. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Maybe it's actually in town. was a good hit. Yeah, Congo and Maru, from what I remember in other conversations, people tended to neglect them. And everybody hates Shauna because she doesn't do as much damage as everybody else. I mean, to be fair, she does the best healing. So in a high healing thing, it's the best thing. Yeah, it's the best. It's good to have her, but she's really got no other strong point. So people tend to ignore her and just not level her up because she's so useless. And Congo's strong. I was using him end of last week. Oh, that was just beautifully horrible. Because I had him and Haskell out last week. Just playing with them while I was doing some minor grinding. That was bad. The Congo is strong after you level him, same with her. I'm not surprised. They're probably all fairly strong if you max them out. Probably all really good. Well, she is a girl. Girls tend to be squishy. Unless it's Rose. Rose isn't very squishy. Enter the city. She's not very squishy. Well, I guess that makes sense. Having, one character who's high resistance to physical, one's high resistance to magic. And you have Rose who's just kind of like balanced across them. Because the king said that he could get to boat, but he didn't say from where. So that's problematic. Oh, so the castle. Okay. Come on. In the castle. What, is it down here in this area you can't go to normally? No. Let's see now. Okay. Start the game. Alright, so nothing there. Down here, maybe? Nothing in this area. Oh, do I have to go all the way up to see the princesses? I have to go see the princesses. Why don't I go see the princess? Oh, look, a princess. Is a lot of safe, okay. I love this guy at the top of the tower. For Lisa. He's just hanging out up here, he doesn't care. Okay, so nothing interesting there. Alright, so I'm in the castle. I've been in all but, like, what? One area I can go to. And I don't see anywhere to take the... That's different. I can take the boat. And maybe to the left? When you save the lady? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Because all we have is the areas we can't go to. Well, there's no point in going to, like the princess's room. Yeah, that's the only thing about this game that I find was lacking. Is the lack of directions. Sometimes they give you great directions. Like, go to the castle, or go to Danu, or go to this area. And the paths update accordingly. But every once in a while, you get stuck in a thing like this. You're like, where do you go? Found what once? Okay, that brings up to 10 Stardust with her. A physical ring. Okay. That's cool. Okay. It was a dock. Not in this town. This doesn't have a dock. So you can go in this town, it's got a dock. Unless it's what up at Danu. In this region? I didn't see one. There is the dock on the eastern continent in Serdio. Over at the merchant town, but I don't think they would. I don't think the Tabora would be there. But we can go to new and see if it's up there. See if there's a change up here on the other side of the map. That's possible. And what we'll do here is we'll pop over here and look over by the gravity area and see if there's a new thing over there. And if there is, great. If there isn't, that's fine too. Come on. And besides, this gives me a chance to work on my Dragoon levels anyway. Not that I mind. And I've seen it a few weeks back. A few weeks back, we would have been on the other continent. It was over in Serdio. Serdio has stock. Over there by the market town. That's how we got here. But this town, this kingdom wouldn't go to that dock for their boat. They'd have their own dock. Come. Don't look around. I'm not really concerned about it. I'll find it. And if I can't find it, I'll look it up. No, I think it's just this area over here. Yeah, I know I'm not going to Danu. I'm going to the gravity area. I'm gonna do that first. Look over here, see if it's here. If it's not here, we'll go to the gravity area. I don't think it's over here. And then again, maybe I'm wrong. Because there is an area over here that we haven't mentioned. Something about this game that, I honestly didn't like was the lack of direction. A lot of RPGs in this time period, so like late 80s, early 90s, even to the 2000s like this one, a lot of them were very linear. And with them being very linear, you knew where you had to go. They're not horrible. They're actually very good in most cases. Graphically, maybe you could consider them bad. Story-wise, they were good for their time periods. They wouldn't necessarily be good now because so much has been stolen from them and reused in other games. So we see them as being annoyingly cliche. No. I'm gonna look around here. There's no new points in this map. If blue is where I'm supposed to go, then I have to go to Danu. Because there's a blue marker on the map. Maybe that's my target spot. And that's Danu. That was horrible. Half-Based, how's it going today? It's got backwards compatible PS3 to play this on it, and I realized my emulator saves won't transfer over, so I'm restarting. Yeah, you can't take the emulator saves with you. All PS3s are backwards compatible with the PlayStation 1 games. The only PlayStation 3s that matter for backwards compatibility are if you have a model for the PlayStation 2, of which there are 2 different versions. I have neither. And actually, I'm playing this on the PlayStation 3. This is Legend of Dragoon on the PlayStation 3 as we speak. The reason it's on the PlayStation 3 is I'm playing another game on Friday nights. Okay, there's 3 of what they call the fat boys. So you got the one with the flip top. It's all chrome. Got the large amounts of chrome with the flip top on it. That's backwards compatible hardware. Backwards compatible PlayStation 2. You have the lighter chrome with the shifting top, not quite flip top, but shifting top for the USB cover, and that one is software compatible PlayStation 2. And then the last one, which is an all black fat boy, which is not PS2 backwards compatible. And then you have the slim, and then you have the super slim. But the slim really isn't that much smaller than the black fat. But it's cool that you have one. I'm really happy you have one. One of these days I want to buy backwards compatible first or second generation PS3s. I do want to do that, because that would be awesome. Just to have it. See, here's the dock. It's in Danu. Just had to find the ship. I've seen the refurbished, like first and second generation ones going anywhere from like $250 to $700. So price, model number. You give us the model number, then we know exactly which model you have. But honestly, a PlayStation 3 for $300 is about average. It's about going right for most PlayStation 3s right now. I need to put some PlayStation 2s up for sale. I have 6 fat PlayStation 2s, all refurbished, ready for sale, and I keep forgetting to put them up for sale. I'm a horrible person. Kayla, remember the Green Fire. Alright, so here we go. Alright, go ahead. Okay, fine. I know, right? I'm a horrible person. I have 6 of them sitting on shelves. I've refurbished them. I've done all the repair work except for 2 of them. The CD trays, one of them's lost a cover, and one of them, two have bad CD trays. I've lost covers. It's okay. Don't worry about the timeout. You're okay. You're fine. Just sit still. So 60 gig CECHA. Yeah, that's an early model. Second generation. If it's the original hard drive. Hold on, I'll fix it. Give me a second. Give me a second to figure out where you went to. Oh, that's right, that window's weird. Let me use this one here. Yeah, no kidding, right? No, he doesn't need a timeout. What timeout did it give you? I'll give you a 1 second timeout. So all I did was purge you. You should be okay. It's because he typed in all caps. No, it's because you typed in all caps. The Streamlabs bot apparently has the all caps anti-shouting timeout turned on. I'll look into that after. I'll into that tomorrow. So that, yes, you did. You copied and pasted the model number as all caps. So, the overzealous bot whacked you. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. We're ready to go. So, okay, I just want to get to the next section. And once we're there, we'll save after the story and be good to go. Yeah, ready to go? Yeah, I'm good. And you gotta throw me out after a sea monster, we're good. We'll be good to go. Ah, cool. It's a steam ship. It's a steamer. Now, if this is a Final Fantasy game, this would be our boat. Oh, look. It's a moo-moo. Yeah, that's a video of us on a boat. And there's a safe point on the boat. Oh, look, it's Shauna. Just hanging out. And now we're gonna do a remembrance scene. I was put in jail, Dora came to rescue me, I was trapped. That's the beginning. Oh my goodness. She's just gonna reiterate the whole bloody story. So I think it's understand the moon area. Besides, voiceover art. You might get to the Flying Dutchman. I don't know. Considering the time period we're on, we're pretty much gonna save and probably cut up for this week. Once I can get to the save point. Oh look! I have Shauna. I have one of the most interesting characters. See, the thing is, honestly, I like Shauna. As a character, she's interesting. You know, they made her cute. She is an interesting character. It's one of those things that I like Shauna. Oh, I'm not saying she's the cutest one. I'm still in for Lisa. You want to pick a cute girl on this game? So far, to this point, I'd have to say Lisa's probably the cutest, followed by either Shauna or Maru. Would the three of them, Lisa, Shauna, and Maru, I have to say are all really cute. So there's that. And then Rose. And then like everybody else. Okay, so we're saved. So this is where we're gonna break. We're already in here for an hour and a half, and most of this stream was in that one stupid fight. So I do apologize for not getting as far as I'd like this week. But if you want to see continuation on this, I do appreciate it. Make sure to follow if you're not doing so that you can see when I go live next week. So thank you for visiting. I greatly appreciate it, and everybody have a very good night.